You guys, so we got another blog today. We're doing a bit of work on the Corolla before it gets too hot. So plans are, flip that around, we're probably going to put the adjustable coilovers in the front, which are sitting over there. The plan is to get them in the front. The R31 diff, we'll get him in the back. We'll show how much wider the two diffs are. It's easier to show it than try to explain it. And we've got a few other new things that are turning up and that are coming and what we're doing, so we'll keep you posted. So we've got the diff out, as you can see here on the ground. She's all covered in shite, but you get, it's the Hilux LSD diff, and funnily it's got Subaru bloody calipers, and they're not a bad set of slotted rotors, but I don't think we'll be using them. But you can kind of tell the difference between the two, how sort of wide the axle tubes are. They're a little bit narrower. This is the obviously the front loading, I think it's the banjo, and this is the rear. So this is the R31 diff. So I was going to put it in, I pulled out what I need under there. I'm just going to leave that front bars there, just lock them onto the diff, instead of what we're going to do is take them out and use the ones that come with that diff, which are there. I don't think they're any bigger or any smaller, so they'll just stay in there. Not sure on the shockies yet. They're good shockies, new ones, so I'll have a look at them and the ones that I've got that came out of the drift car. So they'll, either way it'll be all good. And look at it, these are the top stabilizer bar, or two of the 4-link type rear. They're really thin. They're solid bars, but they're 10mm thick. And I know one of the guys at the club, he broke a set earlier in the year. So I'm thinking I might just beef them up, either put some thick wall tube that sleeves over them to make them stronger, or I'll cut them out and just weld, like, I don't know, 15mm or something like that, something big, so that it's got no chance of bending or breaking, because I'll get a fair bit of punishment. So that'll be later. They're pretty easy to put in. So before we do that, anyway, with the diff, I noticed when I got it, it's leaking around the bottom of this rear housing. So while it's out, it makes less mess. I'm just going to pop the back off, clean her up, reseal it so that she's all nice and dry again. So catch you after that. The R31 diffs in the car, and you can see the difference in wheel spacing, and I haven't even got the spacers in yet. That's just the wheel set. You can see it's sitting on, more or less sitting on the guards, which is why I've got to flare the guards out a good inch and a half, 2 inches I reckon. But it sits a fair bit lower as well, but we can always put the other springs we've got. That bad girl, she's a bit tight, so it's definitely rubbing, which is all good. Like I said, we'll got to flare the gun. They are fairly low, but we've always got the option of these ones here, which are fair bit heavier, and they're brand new and they're higher. So brand new King Springs. So we might just cut them and chuck them in anyway, see how we go. But to get more footprint on the rear, I'm going to try a couple of different rim offsets. But we've still got the big spacers that we could put on. But put them on, we'll have to put those studs on, which we might do anyway, because maybe the R31 nuts are different to the Corolla and Hilux nuts. So these ones here are the Corolla ones. You can't really tell much of a difference. They're mainly the threads are different, so we might just swap them out and have a look to see if these rotors will fit. Because like I said, they're here's a fucking light. They're slotted rotors, so they'll definitely help out with the ventilation. I'll get the frickin' light. As you can see, they're a fairly good rotor, or disc, sorry. So we might, if we can, I'm not sure if we can, I think we can, we'll swap out the rotors on the discs on the R31 diff, because that's the 3.9 spooled, where this one's just an LSD. I'm not sure of the ratio, I'll have a look later. But yeah, that's the job for the day. She's in. I still got to tighten up the bolts and that under there, which won't take long. Probably do that another day. But yeah, should be sweet. Got that 31 diff in there. Widen that footprint out. Fucking heaps. Like I said, we'll chuck those inch spacers on there. That'll rip the rear out. So that's done. Like I said, I still got to swap over the coilover fully adjustable front struts, and that'll give it another, well, that'll push the front tyre out another 1.5 to 2 inches and give us some really good camber and toe adjustment. We're just going to modify the steering rack, because the existing one that used to be in the drift car was welded onto the steering rack, what do you call it, adjustment bars. So we're going to redo them and make them adjustable as well. But yeah, so that's for today. The fuel cell and the a couple of V-bands for the turbo, they all turn up next week. So we'll start cleaning the boot, ready to bolt them in. The dash is out now. Left all the original wiring in there, so we can still use the what do you call it, the lights and indicators and whatnot. So I'll get an aluminium dash made up to put the Microtech gauges in there, or probably another one we can have a look at. Got all the cage, that's all got to get checked over, see if we can get it certified. And yeah, in the process we'll start putting this SR20 back together again. Seems we got all the bits. We managed to modify a few things, and we got the G-Ready or the Greedy intake manifold to fit. We got the 6-pound 6-boost manifold for the turbo, the exhaust, that's all there. Got the V-bands for the turbos coming. That's one of the turbos, and I've got another turbo somewhere. So yeah, so while we're doing that, and we'll get it all together, and yeah, keep watching and share around, and I'll catch you on the next one.